Today's lesson is on the spelling of j at the end of a word. So, what are the two letters we have in the English language that will spell j? J always says j, and G sometimes says j. G will say j when it's followed by an E, I, or Y. But there's one thing you need to know. If we're talking about spelling j at the end of a word, J is never used at the end of any English words. So if we're talking about that ending j sound, your only option is to spell it with a G. Now, there's two different ways to make that j sound at the end of a word. You can spell it with G-E, or you can spell it with the trigraph D-G-E. A trigraph just means three letters that are making one sound. So, here's my example word for fudge. What's making the j sound in fudge? D-G-E. And it's a D-G-E because D-G-E is only found at the end of a one-syllable word, and D-G-E must be right after a short vowel. Here's my sound. Since this is a short vowel, we're spelling it D-G-E. The D-G-E, the D is acting as a buffer. It needs to be there to add an extra letter in between our silent E and our vowel. Without that D, our vowel sound would end up being a long vowel. Let's try this word. How do we make the j sound at the end of stage? We're going to use a G-E. Now remember what I just said. We have age. Since this is a long vowel sound, we're going to use G-E because D-G-E must be used right after a short vowel. A is a long vowel sound. We use G-E at the end of words after a long vowel sound, not a short sound. So, I want you to remember at the end of a word, we have two options for the j sound, G-E or D-G-E. G-E goes after a long vowel sound. D-G-E goes after a short vowel sound. I hope this helps with your spelling.